And welcome guys to another video on our tower defense. Today this one will be finishing off the buying of resources in the tower defense. I do not have images yet, but all you have to do is fill it out in a scriptable object, which is pretty simple, and then later on we'll probably put some callbacks and stuff like that. That way we can darken and disable the on-click events and stuff. But in the meantime, all we're going to do is get the code, the bare bones, already done. Now, in our last video, we got it where it will do this. If we got a problem, it will lead an error when it first starts. Now shopping will change our sprites and everything else. That will do fine. Now in our game, if we click, we get steal. Okay, and that's all that I get. Is because it only has the referencing for this kind of stuff. If we click on the thing that's null, when it comes to name, it will have an issue. And that's because it's just doing what it's supposed to. Okay, if we go into shopping, it says steel, copper, wire, and then it gets to lead and it has a problem. So when I click this lead one, it has an issue every time. Because the key doesn't exist in our dictionary because it's never been loaded properly. But any other time, all these, when it says cost, amount, and everything, it all says steel. Okay? So we're going to have to change that. So in our resources here, buy mats, we've got copper, steel, and wire. We actually had to change the buy name to match what they are. Which there's one or two ways that we can actually do this. I can actually make a script that will do it for us if we click a button. But I think that's a little bit more coding than what's actually necessary. I mean, come on, if you can't write like steel or wires, then how are you going to learn anything in the tutorial itself? I mean, seriously, it just wouldn't make sense to me. So we changed that to wire, steel, and copper in the name. So when I click the button, it will give us this resource up here. Now it's hard to see, I know. Can I make the text bigger on that? Can I? Is that possible? Okay. That should be more visible. That PS meter needs to go away. Where is that thing? Boom. Okay, so lead doesn't exist in the scriptable object. We already know that. So we've got steel. We've got steel. It's going. Copper, wire, so that's all working as intended now. The lead doesn't work because we haven't made a scriptable object for lead, and that's the problem. So we need one that says lead. So all I have to do is right click, buying, and put lead. So we no longer should get that error. I mean, it's not the most informative error, but you know something's wrong. So we no longer get this, so we should get nothing but steel. And that's what we get, is nothing but steel. Wire, copper, and that. Okay, so that's fixed. Now that scriptable object thing is really great because we can always just have it go, change the amounts, change the sprites that we would have, like a normal and a highlight. And this sets up everything. If we want another item in the game, all we have to do is create another scriptable object. That's it. By a right click and create. You guys probably can't see it in the video because it doesn't want to render that window. Ain't that right? It doesn't want to render that window. Yeah, it doesn't. Does it want to do this window up here? No, it does not. Watch this, poopy. If I hurry up and do a monitor capture, will it? Yes, it will. So you guys should be able to see it. Now, right click, hit this, and it's under buying. And I can put bunnies. Or we have copper, steel, wire, bullets. Bullets sounds cool. So now we can have bullets. And that should be okay. Lead. This. Oh, I don't have it where it automatically spawns everything in the inventory. Oh, that's not cool, man. We're gonna have to change that. But in any case, let's get into what we should be finishing off today. But we do have bullets in the inventory thing where we can buy sometime when we unlock it, probably. That's probably what happens. We've got to unlock it. Isn't that right? I mean, bullets doesn't show up, right? Yeah, we got to have it spawn in and stuff. But that's okay. At least we know how it works now. So we have this here. No, I changed the thing where if the icon, see, we add a component, which means the icon will never be like filled in for us, or if we actually do get it, it will just do it, do what it's supposed to, and it get component call. So in buying, right here, we do this one thing right. This set right here. No. Where do we actually do the setup? Is it not? Oh, right. So when we go buying, it's not actually buyer buying. It's not actually setting up everything, is it? So buyer.temp. So where is all that? So set, which requires a string, set image requires a sprite, which is fine, and it would be key dot normal for one. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we don't have, oh, and I changed the button, not the button, actually, the only other change that I made, and I don't know why it says this is red for, gameresources.r equals this. I put a static reference to game resources so that I could just grab it right off the bat. Okay, and I got rid of the static one. Okay, we no longer have that. No longer have this silly static stuff right here. We have close panel, which is nothing but a thing. Save data isn't going to be here too much longer. We're going to be changing that as well, but I think I'll do that in the next video because it requires a little bit more finessing. But we're going to be swapping over some of this other stuff because it's not necessary to have this class at all anymore. Nope, not necessary. None whatsoever. But that will have to wait till next time, guys. So hopefully you followed in this video. If not, then it's easily able to follow in the next one, or not the next one, but rewatch it. It's pretty simple, pretty short. So take care, guys, and see you in the next one, and peace out, everybody.